Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to another edition of the England Roger Sports Hour on Love Bay Afrobeats Music Talk Radio. And Roger spoke to a friend yesterday, told me I left Toronto at Canada's right time because it was very cold. But here we've been having a lots of thunderstorms, rainy, so
But it's hot though.
it's hot. It's hot. I mean, um,
Yeah, good morning, everyone. You know what it is in Canada here? It's really cold, minus 17, just in the teens Celsius. Where Ingle is in Africa, it's, what is it, 30s?
yeah, it's in the 30s, but the funny thing is, it's probably in the 20s, like 26. And the
That's not bad.
funny thing, I went out today and I've seen people in like the half sleeve winter jackets,
For the 26 degrees?
at 26 degrees, and I've actually seen someone in the night wearing winter coat, and I'm like, okay,
Wow, wow. You know what,
yeah,
though? They're not used to the minus teens that we have here and that you're used to. So it's
yeah.
cool for
So
them, apparently.
yeah, it's cool for them, I guess. So they wear those things, and I'm thinking, this is so not supposed to be in this kind of jackets, but yeah, it is cool for them.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And as usual, a lot to talk about, Roger, with Champions Trophy cricket talk coming on stream. The All Star basketball weekend. I didn't see any of it. I don't know if you had a chance.
No.
No, no, we didn't. I didn't see any here because the only sports I get here is soccer and cricket.
Cricket.
So
Okay, okay.
out of touch with getting a chance to see any golf or anything else. But it's just plain. Yeah, it's just a lot of cricket, soccer. Um, not no shortage of soccer for sure.
For sure. There's a lot of soccer around the world, and I'm sure where you are, you get all of it.
Yes, I'm getting a lot of that. So definitely can't complain when it comes to that.
For sure.
Um, yeah,
But
and then
over here in North America, there's this
mhm,
big hockey game. I'm sure you heard
right,
about it in
yes,
Canada and the US, that it became a huge thing with President Trump and Trudeau, and a
yeah.
lot of things went on. England, I'm telling you, you missed out on that one, but it was a game to behold.
Who won the game?
Canada won 3-2 in overtime,
Okay,
with
because I
Conor McDavid scoring the winning overtime goal, and it's still talked about because it was a 51st state argument that was squashed that night. So, but
yeah,
another thing that happened in that game, outside of the game, but they booed Wayne Gretzky.
yeah. I saw Gretzky there, and yeah, I saw some pictures of that, and I thought, why would they do that?
Yeah, he was named like the patron for the Canadian team, but of course he's very close to Trump, and he's
Yes,
so they didn't like that. So if Trump is saying he's going to take over Canada and Gretzky is beside him, then what is Gretzky doing beside him? So they booed him.
yeah, that's such a topic, and I saw some Americans with some flags saying, "We love you, Canada. Make us the 11th province."
So it's, I saw that too. This is becoming it's funny, but it's serious, but it's funny.
Yeah, it is serious, but it's funny. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
for sure.
But it's interesting. It
But
was a fight. I think all of Canada probably stayed up to watch the game because it was not just a game anymore. It was a political statement and everything, right? So it was huge.
yeah, it was very huge, and good to see Canada coming out on top, and happy for
Yep,
that.
very
Always happy
happy
to
for
see
that.
Canada winning because I know every time it's every time neighbors playing any sport, it's such a
Yeah, it's a big deal. And now with everything going on, it's even a bigger deal. But you're absolutely right. Canada US is always going to be something massive.
it is always going to be. So yeah, happy that Canada would have won the hockey game, but I missed it for sure. And
I know, I know.
yeah, and I've been following, getting no shortage of Formula One, whatever.
Oh, they're getting warmed up for next month for sure.
Yeah, the practices and the
Yes.
times that Lewis is doing, how he likes his car and stuff like that.
And you know what I noticed though? I mean, it's a lot about Lewis, and I'm like, okay, he's not the champion anymore, but all the news that comes out, it's about him,
It's about
right?
him and
And
Ferrari.
his
Yeah,
Ferrari. And I'm telling you, if he wins, it will be really, really massive, massive, massive if he could take the title. But right now there's a lot of hype around him and the car.
Yeah, and he's saying that Ferrari has absolutely every ingredient to win.
Yeah,
So
yeah. He's talking the talk.
he's talking and talking.
No, he's gonna have to walk the walk when the season starts, but for now he's talking the talk for sure.
And not too far away. They're less than about 3 weeks away or
3 weeks
so.
away. I think it's the 16th.
Yeah, 16th. Yeah, so
Yeah, they kick off in Australia, I think. So let's see if Lewis wins that, then it's gonna set the tone for the year.
and Max is saying that he has got a great car too, but I haven't seen much hype about his
There you
car.
go. He's the champion.
Yeah.
But
Well,
there's some news about him as well, saying he squashed the rumor that he's moving over to Aston Martin.
right.
I don't know where that rumor came from, but he's like, no, I'm good where I am for now. So, but yeah, he's going to be competitive always. He's a champion. You got to give him credit for who he is.
Yes, you do. And, but there's still a bit of a rift between him and Russell because Russell said he has no intention of talking to him.
Yeah, they're still that's still there.
Yeah, they had that rift last year. Then he said, I'm not going to talk to him to clear the year. So yeah. It's going to be fun, I guess.
That's how things work in the sport world, man. I don't like you, you don't like me. Don't talk to me, I don't talk to you.
Yeah, that's how it is. And so we'll keep an eye on Formula One and yeah, see what happens there. They've got Preston and Bahrain coming up shortly. I
Yep.
think maybe next weekend, maybe, and then
Yeah.
they get on to their first race.
Looking forward to it. They had a big opening launch and everything like that. So there's a lot of media around the Formula One this year.
There's a lot of media around on that for sure. And I'm hoping I can stay with you for the hour, Roger, because the internet seems to be acting up here. But let's hope it stays.
That's
You know,
so far so good.
so good. Um, there's also going on is tennis. I don't know. Well, actually,
Lots of tennis going on.
before we get to the tennis, I wanted to talk a bit about the NBA All Star Weekend because the change of the whole thing into different teams.
Yeah.
LeBron was getting blamed for not saying early enough that he knew he was not gonna play, so his team was short.
Yeah.
Some people were saying that he should have said it earlier so that somebody else can get a chance. And when you're a superstar, they always find a reason
To have
to
an
get out.
argument. There's
Yeah,
always something. Even if it's very, very small, it is something.
it is something. Yeah. And I saw Steph Curry had a good weekend in the All Star
Yeah,
weekend.
he won
He won,
MVP.
yeah, yes,
But I mean, the change up to say fastest to 40 is probably it's innovative. I
it
don't know if it
is.
really
Yeah,
made a difference. It was
I
not a
don't.
bad one.
It wasn't a bad movie. It's all about entertainment and
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
and, the games, short games, first to 40 kind of thing.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, I think so you've got to do something, especially
Yeah.
it's change. It's
Where
changing.
it was going nowhere. So they have to change something.
Yeah, yeah, they have to change something. So I think the All Star game, the weekend, I think they're happy with it, and it went
Yep.
well.
Done fairly well. I liked, I mean, I hadn't watched the Slam Dunk for a while, but the young kid
Hmm.
that has been winning it, not really in the league, but he's good. He has a lot of hops. I mean, he got on top of this 6'11" guy and dunk. He got over
Yeah.
this car, and so he did some really cool moves. And I think
Yes.
they're saying it's the first since Vince Carter they've seen anything like that.
Yeah, I saw some of the highlights. Yeah, the one of the car and stuff. And is it a three-peat he had, or was it?
Three-peat, yeah,
Yeah,
3 years in
three-peat.
a row. Because no
Yeah.
one really cares about it anymore. They didn't talk a lot about it, but yeah, it's a three-peat. He's the first person to do it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's good to see the All Star weekend. But then back to business, and as you always say, it's like after the All Star break,
That's when the season starts.
the season starts, and a big blow to the Spurs because I think Wembanyama is out for the season, right?
Yeah, a blood clot is a serious thing, so
Yeah,
I hope he's okay. But yeah, that's a huge blow to them, and as a young kid, I hope he's okay. Very
yeah,
talented, so we hope he recovers 100% from this.
Yeah, I remember all the superstars like Serena Williams that went through something similar to that.
Fairly, yeah, yeah.
And she's back playing. She came back and played and won.
Played,
So let's hope that he can get over what it is and it's nothing too serious to be a career ending.
agreed.
And then I think Allen has an injury from the Cavs, so they started off great, but then he has a hand injury.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's going to be an
let's.
interesting stretch run now, I think. Out east, let's see what Milwaukee's going to do. Let's see what Philly's going to, if the Philly's going to ever show up. Boston
Mhm.
is there. New York is looking serious with Towns. So, yeah, let's see. It's going to be an interesting stretch run. Let's see if the Raptors can find something to keep them going in the right direction.
Let's hope they can. And in the West, I guess a lot of eyes are going to be on the Lakers because,
Yeah,
in-
Doncic is there. Luka.
yeah, but he didn't play in the last game. He
No, he's not
played.
ready yet. I think he's still coming back from drinking too much beer, I think. I only
That's
only
what that's what the report said. Actually, that's what the report said. But
But yeah, he's recovering from an injury.
he couldn't play back to back, I guess, because he played
Yeah,
he- first game back and then not the second one. They lost the one that he played,
played. Yeah, yeah.
and they
It's
won.
gonna be
So
interesting. You know what though? As they go closer and closer to the playoffs, you're gonna see how huge this move was for them because he's gonna make a huge difference for the Lakers.
yeah, once he gets fit and back in shape, it's going to be a big difference. And Lakers are sitting in fifth spot, which is not something you
Decent.
normally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're pretty decent this year. You know, Denver is looking strong. Oklahoma is very strong. You know, the Clippers are hanging around. So yeah, the West is always very, very, very competitive, man.
it is. So we have to keep an eye on that. And he said, as you said, Toronto, they're down in 13th in the East, but let's hope they can come back and get some wins in
I think
this.
they will. I mean, they have a solid four. So they have a solid four now. So I think that yeah, with Ingram whenever he's back, and you know, R.J.
Mhm.
Barrett and Scotty Barnes, and so yeah, they're looking good. And a great Nick is doing really well as well. So you know, quickly is there. So a solid team, solid team. They just need to have the right coach, I think.
Yes, the coaching is always questionable when it comes to these. So, any other sport you wanted to touch on before anything in
Just
tennis?
quickly, before we get to tennis, I mean, there was a little golf news, and it's sort of political because the PGA Tour is talking reunification of golf with the Live Tour, and
Yes.
they met with the one and only Donald Trump at the White House.
Well,
So when Trump touches things, it happens and it works and it goes through or whatever. So let's see if he can get something to work. So they said they had constructive talks. Let's see if they can finalize something reunification going forward.
let's hope so. And I saw some. I mean, Trump. Yeah, sometimes I take things he say. I never know, cause
With a grain of salt.
yeah, because he said some. He was sort of getting after the CEO of the PGA.
Live. Yeah, and yeah, PJ,
You know,
yeah.
yeah. So but let's hope that. And well, he said he's a deal maker. So let's see if he can
That's what he
help.
says. He's a deal maker. He makes deals. So hopefully he can make a deal on this one because I think the sport needs it.
They need it because I think they've announced this season and what they've announced a new 6-year deal, I think, and
Yeah.
the deal that they've announced is not good for the players. But
No.
one of
No.
my top favorite players in golf, that's Dustin Johnson, and but he's playing poorly.
He's not
He
doing well at
started
all.
no, his first tournament he finished 44th, and then finished 31st in the second one, but then he's um. He's won like 20 something times on the PGA and two majors. So yeah, I thought he was going in the right direction until he went to live. But he said he went to live because he wanted more time with his family. So maybe he's just
No, he
enjoying
wanted
life.
more money. He wanted more money. Not time with the family.
Exactly.
Well, he got both
Yeah.
time with the family and more money, and but he's not doing well. He's not repaying anybody.
Yeah. So, and there's an article which is very interesting, which Phil Mickelson admits he owes Tiger big time during the golf event. He says they're not very much on good terms. He
Really?
admits that, yeah. So I mean,
Interesting.
yeah, he said when he was playing golf, fitness wasn't an issue until Tiger came along, and he was years behind me. That didn't really got to be accepted, and then not got to go. So he's talking
Interesting.
about time he wants to get back on speaking terms with Tiger.
Wow.
Yeah,
They're
so
big people now. Who knows? They should be able to work that one out.
yeah, I'm sure they'll work it out. So
They
yeah,
should.
and speaking of Tiger, I think in his TGL this week he had a big blunder where I guess
I,
the caddy gave him the wrong information.
I was wondering what is going on.
Yeah, but those things
It's way
happen.
off. Way off.
Way off. I think he said 99, and Tiger thought he meant 99 yards, but it was 199.
I
And
know.
he pulled the wrong club.
And he was way off. But no, you know
Yeah.
what? They seem to be enjoying themselves, though, so I'll give them that. They're enjoying it.
It seems to be picking up. The viewership is getting up. People are more and more getting interested as it
Yep.
goes along, and it seems to be
Agreed.
picking up. Yeah. So,
Agreed.
I just say build it and they'll come. So
Yeah.
people are
Yep.
starting to,
And Tiger's a big name, so if he's there, people will come.
they will, definitely. Okay. Um, we can get
So
on to
quickly,
a bit of,
we can take a quick talk about tennis because Felix Aliassime, he has been doing really well, and he got to the semifinals, but lost in the semifinals at the Qatar Open in Doha to Russian
Mhm.
Andrei Rublev. So he did well. It was a close game, 7-5, 4-6, 7-6. So it was a really close game, and he seems to be back in form. I give him that. I mean, Rublev is a good player, so good to see Felix get into the semifinals and all of that and doing
Very
well.
good. Yeah, because he won a couple of weeks ago.
He did.
So
He did.
yeah, so seeing for him to get there, it's really good. So
Really good. Showing consistency now, which I think we're sort of used to.
yeah, and I think Rublev is playing Draper right now in the finals. Just
Finals,
started.
yes. Finals, yes.
Yeah,
Correct. But we
good
also
to
saw
see.
Alcaraz. What's going on with him, Ingle? I mean, he got another surprise defeat in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, he's not playing the way that I expect him to be. You know,
He's
um,
losing to nobodies, man. I don't
too
understand that.
often, too often.
Yeah, way too often.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
he has to figure out what it is that he needs, what is going on. Maybe it's mental. It has
It
to be
has to be
mental.
because the talent is there. He's just not locked in, I believe, and he should realize he needs to change something to get there.
Yeah, he has to change something for sure. And I hope he does soon because tennis needs him and needs him
It
playing
does.
well.
It
Yeah,
does. It certainly does.
in
I mean, lastly
competition.
in tennis, I mean, there was this young Russian, Andreeva. She's on a
Hmm.
roll over there in Doha. She beat Swiatek and she beat
Yeah,
Rybakina. So I don't know. She's new to me, but she's really doing well over there at
she's
17.
been. Yeah, she's been. Yeah, she's played a couple of tournaments, but she did very well. And I'm just starting to wonder, like the players are not no longer afraid of Swiatek.
Nope. Nope. They
They're just
roll over her as if she's nobody.
yeah, that's what's happening, and it's good to see the confidence that they're playing with.
Agreed.
And yeah, she won that tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
She's just
going
rolling through. And at her age, I mean, sky's the limit.
it's going good for her. And there was an incident as we're talking about tennis recently with
Raducanu?
yeah, basically
Yeah.
yeah, it
That's
was so Stalker was in the crowd.
Yeah, we hope we can get away from that in the sport, man. But yeah, this guy was apparently totally locked in on her. Totally.
Yeah,
Like,
and
wow, scary.
she saw him and went and hid behind the referees.
Yeah?
And that's not good, It's
No,
really not.
no, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's a lot that's happening. And the other thing that's happening in tennis is actually a big surprise to me is that Venus Williams was given a wild card for Indian Wells.
I saw that. She's 44. What's going on here?
Yeah, that's what
44.
I'm 44. Didn't isn't she over it? I mean, but wow.
It's
She's
not a
900
master's competition. What's going on?
yeah, she's 974th in the world. She hasn't played I don't think she's played since last year.
Yeah. She just hardly played over
blossoming.
the last few years. So I don't know. Good for her if that's what she wants. But I
Mhm.
thought she'd be on cruise control or not getting wild cards in the competition.
I just wonder if also if it's some PR because remember they had boycotted her and her sister had boycotted that event for like I
Yes, they
think
did
15 years.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
so
No, maybe that's what it is. You're right. Maybe that's what it is.
yeah, so we'll see how those things unfold and what happens with Venus. Let's see if she can win some matches.
For
I'll be
sure, for sure.
interested.
For sure, for sure. It'll be interesting if she actually does win a few matches.
Yes. So you're listening to the Love Bay Afrobeats Music Talk Radio. It's the England Roger Sports Hour, and Roger will turn our attention now to some cricket because the Champion Trophy has started, and that's a good start for the host, Pakistan.
They're off to a slow start.
Yes, very slow.
Really slow
Yeah.
start.
Yes, they're very much so. They lost to New Zealand, who's beaten them in a. New Zealand went there to train and beat them in a series that they had recently, a three-match
Yeah.
series. And the thing that how does it feel? How does it work? That you're hosting a tournament that you have to travel to play your next match.
Yeah, that's the politics of the game. I know you're right. It's not convenient at all. You can't be the host if you have to
Yeah,
travel.
and it shows. Yeah, you're supposed to be the home team, but you have to play in Dubai because the other country says, "Hey, I'm not
Yeah, I'm
coming
not
to
coming
you."
to your country.
Yeah, so I think that's something that the organizers have to look at, but it shows you how powerful India is.
Very, very, very well. We all know they are the number one when it comes to crowd. They're the number one when it comes to the league. Number one when it comes to cricket. So yeah, they
Hmm.
are very powerful.
Yeah, and speaking of India, they got off to a good start. New Zealand beat Pakistan, and then India the next day they beat Bangladesh, and quite comfortably. The only thing I
Yeah,
didn't, I know, I watched some of that game, and it was good to see Bangladesh were in trouble. They were like 630 something for five,
yeah.
and to score 228 was good. Thanks to 100 from Udoy, who scored 100, and Jekka Ali, who had 68. But I guess that 100 was just more or less made nullified by Shubman Gill's 100,
I
100
know.
and one. And Shami had 5 wickets, but the man of the match went to Gill, and that's
Yep.
had a debate last night with some of the players here, and saying that cricket is geared too much towards batsmen because Sammy's 5 for on that kind of pitch should have been the man of the match.
Man of the match. I don't know. I don't five. I don't know. That's a good point though. That's a good point. I mean,
It's a
normally
good
you're gonna look and say somebody got 100. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, 5-4 is a good bowling.
It's good bowling, but batsmen always seem to get a little bit of the edge for real.
Yeah, it's
So
like soccer. The goal scorer is the one with all the credit. The person scoring the goals is the one, but a lot of times it's the defender that's really doing all the work. So
yes,
that's how sports is. The highlight is on the person scoring or not the person taking wickets.
that's so true. And that's the and the other game that played after that. It was easy win for South Africa, 315 for six, and they look good over Afghanistan. Afghanistan, I thought would have come back and play well, but Rickelton, sorry,
Hmm.
103. So it's good to see centuries have been scored,
Yeah,
and for the
batsmen are looking up.
yeah. Bavuma came well. He had 58, 50, and 350s.
Yes.
That helped them to 315, which was very good. And currently going on a clash between Australia and England. They must have seen each other so many times. And yeah,
They never get
Ben,
tired of each other, though. They never get
no,
tired of each other.
Ben Duckett's 100 is the difference. 165, was it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And the 65, 68 by Joe Root.
Yeah,
And
it's good to see Joe Root back in there.
Yeah, it's good to see it back because he hadn't played one day for a long time.
A long time. And he
So
says, I never really retired from this, but and he's showing it. He still has good touch.
yes, and Australia actually put it up a fight because they're 197 for four, and English is 39 and Carey 28, 63 by Matthew Short. Travis
Sure.
said was out early. Yeah, so they still need, I think 155 runs from 20 overs, which in today's form of cricket is
Quite
it's
possible.
doable.
You just
Yeah,
need
it's
a couple
possible.
good overs with 20 runs in them, and then, yeah, you have a shot.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll. I mean, I watched the Champions Trophy, Roger. Don't get me wrong, but without the West Indies, it's just not the same to me.
It's not feeling the same for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
But
it's not.
the West Indies, do they deserve to be there, Ingle, this time around?
No, wait, it was the top eight, and they're not in the top eight. I mean, West Indies are ranked number 10 in the world right now, which is ridiculous. So I think they have to look at
Absolutely,
seriously.
absolutely
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah. So I
That has to
think
be fixed. I mean, I know Chris Darren is talking a lot of stuff about it, but it has to be fixed
it has to be fixed, definitely. And if it's not fixed, then I don't know. They'll be outside for a long time.
a
And
long time. They can't afford
let's
it.
hope let's hope they can do something about it. I think tomorrow's game, if you go back a bit to that, the Pakistan and India in Dubai, that's
That's
sold out.
always a
I mean,
big game, right? They said a billion people will be watching.
yeah, and I know people who have flown over from Canada to watch that
Just
game.
to watch it. Wow, look at
Yes,
that.
yeah, and Pakistan, the hosts, in danger of bowing out early
Bowing
because
out.
if they lose, yeah,
Can
if
you
they lose,
imagine?
they're in trouble.
Nobody wants to go to Pakistan to play, and then they became the host, and then they bowed right away.
Yeah, that's something that I hope don't happen, but definitely
Yeah,
looks like it can happen.
it does.
But we'll keep an eye on on the England game, give you some updates on the Champions
Yep.
Trophy, and just want to look at the West Indies. They're taking a break again, and I am not a fan of these breaks, but I think they're taking a break in the 4-day competition when players are starting to get momentum.
Yeah, I was. Is there a good reason for these breaks?
I mean, in the past, I can see because they had home series going on at the time, but this one, I mean, I can only believe that the break is because of the women's Super 50, but that shouldn't stop you from. There's no reason that they can't be going on simultaneously.
So at
So,
the same time, yeah, I don't understand that either. Yeah, the women are kicking off, but man, you're right. I
yeah.
mean, so many centuries being scored and all that stuff that you wanted to see this keep going.
And Jason Mohammed at 37, I think he is.
They said
He
he's
said he's
38
still
going on to 39.
39, okay, yeah. And he says he has aspirations of playing Test cricket still.
Do you think they should call him back? I mean, based on what is happening
Mm.
here, his average is almost 200, right? It's like 170 something. So should they call him back, Ingle, at 39?
They have something. I'm sure you've heard the term in Jamaica, a county bully. No, I don't believe so. I think he's a very good regional player, but
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think so. I think you have enough. I mean, he's looking good, and don't want to discriminate somebody because of age or anything, but you have some very good young players
young players
coming
coming
up
up.
coming up, and I think we need to work with them. Jason's been given a lot of opportunities, but who
Yeah,
knows? Maybe he's a very late bloomer, but
a very, very late one, but I don't
late.
know. I mean, how many years do they think they would get out of him? Is it worth it? I don't
I mean, I don't think so. He's played in. I don't think he's ever played Test cricket, so maybe that's
know.
why he's saying that.
Saying
He's
that,
played over
yeah.
T20 eyes, so maybe he would like to before he's done to at least play one Test for West Indies. But
And that's not
he's
a
played
bad thing.
no, he's played 36 ODIs, 9 T20s, but
No
never
test.
played a Test match. Man. Yeah, so maybe that's what's on his mind.
Maybe, yeah.
So, but West Indies will have to decide the selectors and speaking of West Indies and the selectors, you've seen the new system that they've come up with, which is highly criticized by some people. The new selection process.
Yeah.
Now they're I guess they use, as one person said, I read an article where it ended by saying selection of teams is HI, not AI, which is human intelligence.
That's a smart writer. That's a smart
Yes,
writer for sure. But
yeah,
you know what? I don't know why they're fooling around with this selection thing. I'm struggling with what they're trying to do.
yeah. It was I can't remember the writer's name, but he's out of Trinidad and a very well-known Trinidad writer, and he was actually a former coach, and he was saying that it's people who don't understand cricket are running the cricket and
Cricket,
coming up with
yeah,
this. Yeah.
yeah.
So
It's becoming more and more obvious.
it is becoming more and more obvious because these things, it's not going to work. You have all these people supposedly going around to try and get, but it's just not working. So
Not,
we'll see.
yeah, you see. But yeah, right now it doesn't look so good.
It doesn't look so good. And but as I said, there's a break from the West Indies men's tournament for the women, which is starting on the 24th. That's my other question that I have for you, Roger. Like, you've taken a break. The weekend is here. Why not start on a weekend? Why do you start on Monday?
That's the part I wasn't getting either. Is the grounds not available? I don't get it.
The phones are
Why do it on a
available.
Monday? People show up on a weekend for sports, not on a Monday.
Yeah, if you want to promote the sport, you should have it on the weekend when people are available
Yeah,
and to
then
come
get the
to
whole
the game.
family to come.
Yeah, but who's gonna be Monday? You gotta work.
Yeah,
So,
in
so
general,
what you're
yeah.
gonna you're gonna have the few diehard fans who maybe on the break, lunch break, pass through and see what's
That's
happening. But
yeah, yeah. It's not
you
good.
wanna, no, it's not good.
Not
And you
good.
have 3 games a day in St. Kitts. Now the whole tournament is in St. Kitts.
Yeah,
And I think this weekend would have been great if they played the games, but
sure,
I'm not.
sure.
I'm not sure the reason for that. But
Maybe it's the non-cricketers again doing something non-cricket for cricket.
maybe it is, and it's just not making any sense to me.
No, it
So,
doesn't. It doesn't.
and I'm looking at the fixtures to see, and it looks to me like all the games are during the week, and they just like the break on the weekends.
Yeah,
So maybe there's something happening on the weekends that we don't
they got
know.
to go party. They got to go party,
Maybe,
kiddo.
yeah, maybe that's it. Because they played the 20, and it's so they played 3 games. They played the 24th, then the 26th, the 28th. I could understand, but you think that they'll play on the 20 on the
And 20th for
second, which
sure.
is a weekend.
Weekend. Yeah,
But they take 2 days off, first and second, which is Saturday and Sunday next, and then
and
go
come back
back
the
on
Monday.
this.
Oh boy,
We don't know.
I
I
can't try to
guess
figure that
maybe
one out because it makes absolutely very little sense.
very little sense to me as well. So, but the powers that be know what's going on,
They have
and
information that I don't have, or maybe you don't have. So
yes, so just they know what they're doing.
yeah,
Hopefully.
hope.
Um, in other cricket matches that's going on, Zimbabwe and Ireland, who are also not the champion trophies, they're added to the T20 series that was supposed to start today, but ended in a no result because of the lot of rain here in Zimbabwe, and then both teams. It started. It played 9 overs. Zimbabwe scored 77 for 5, but there's a no result because Ireland didn't get a chance to bat. So that one is
Yeah,
done with. They try again tomorrow, but we have a game tomorrow as well, a practice game. The first practice game Canada had was rained out,
oh
and
boy,
there's one, but it's expected rain all day again tomorrow. So I'm hoping
that's
it
not good,
doesn't happen.
man. You go halfway around the world to be in rain.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't happen. So, but today was actually the first day since I've been here that the weatherman got it right.
Well, that's good because half of the times they don't. It's usually 50-50. But
Yeah,
it
it
sounds like
usually
you're going
is.
through 90-10 or something.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else on cricket you want to talk about?
Yeah, a couple things. I saw the new president, CEO. Mr. Chris Darren
Hmm.
himself, he made a statement saying that he believes that the method of development is not at a world standard. And while
I
the
mean,
game has changed, the development of players has not changed to meet world standards. So I'm not sure what you think about that. That is the West Indies doing something wrong? Why they're so weak?
it's funny you say. I didn't see that comment, and just today, actually, one of the players asked me the same question, and I said that. I said we are way behind in the development and what we're doing to develop
Yeah,
our players. Still, if you look at the training methods of our cricket, it's way behind. It's just
old
still
school.
old school.
It's
Yeah. So
80s, right?
yeah, so I think he's onto something there, and we have to make change. And I actually had a conversation, with Richie the other day about that, and we were talking about. He was saying even back in his day when he was playing, he was fighting to get them to use technology, and it was a
Wow,
struggle. So
wow! Look at that.
yeah,
He was
so he
forward thinking, which is good.
yes, he said he actually went out and bought his own camera and
Oh,
videotaped
cool.
questions and stuff. And so I think we're behind with that we use the technology only maybe when we have a series, but you need to do it in practice sessions, etc. You got if it.
Exactly.
I mean, you're going to technology, you're going to stats now to select a team instead of
I know.
watching. So use the
Yeah,
technology properly. And I think we are very much way behind. We talk about the academy system, but it's not proper. You'll see maybe a series coming up, and
yeah.
then a few players will be there. But and the other thing I had a discussion about was we just had West Indies, the one that tied the series in Pakistan. But prior to
Yes.
that series, I think his 9 players went to India
Oh,
to
for that
learn to,
two, for that was it 2 weeks or so, 2 weekend,
yeah,
a weekend or something like that.
supposedly to learn to play spin bowling, etc. But none of those were any of the test players.
I
And
know
then they were going to face spin. So sometimes the planning just doesn't make sense to you.
it doesn't. So
Yeah.
the idea is not all bad if it works out, but you can't send some nobodies there and expect results.
I mean, I look at West Indies and I look at West Indies board and I attended West Indies board meeting way back when I was with Leeward Islands.
Yes.
And then I look at the people who are on the board. There are people who were there before me. I even went there and they're still there. So I
Really?
don't, yeah, I don't think they have an idea how to.
They haven't progressed at all.
And I also always say, look at this. West Indies is a group of islands playing together. What have these people done in their country to uplift the sport that you feel that they can do something special for the overall body? So
That is the question. That is the
yeah,
big question.
yeah. So I think yeah, it's very interesting to see. But yeah, Chris Daring has a job on hand, and
He's a smart guy. He's a
yes,
very smart man. So let's see if he can make changes and get the results that we all want to see.
I hope so. I mean, the other day, I saw. I mean, they've got some new people in place, and just let's hope they do the right things and
Yeah, I
get
agree.
quick. Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, I'm available to help if they want,
If they
but
want, if they want, they
yeah,
should certainly bring you in for
yeah,
sure.
definitely,
For sure. On the cricket
definitely.
news, our favorite universe boss, he
Mm-hmm.
signed up to play the Masters League now over there, and
Yes,
it's going to be interesting to see just how he does. He says he's ready to take India by storm. I don't know if he can. I don't know what type of shape he's in, but you know him already. Lots of talk.
yeah. Brian Lara is captain in that team, I believe. We've got
Yes,
Sach and those guys. I think Chris Gale is good enough,
should
and
be.
yeah, I think he is good enough that he will probably do something special.
I
He's
think, and
just
I think he has matured enough now to know his responsibilities, not just to have fun, but to also make some runs and to be a star out there.
some good names on that team. I mean, depends on the shape there. There's Jerome Taylor is there. I mean, he was
Yes, I noticed.
yeah, and some good batting lineup, but it just depends. I think the last one they played in England, it didn't go so well for West
Well,
Indies.
I know, I know,
Yeah,
I know. It's
yeah,
fun though. I'll give them that. It's fun.
I think if I'm not sure if it started as yet, but
No, not yet. I think it started this weekend or next week. I can't remember, but
okay.
yeah.
And and I saw Hashim Amla is playing for South Africa, so
Oh, look at
some good
that.
players are there. Yeah,
Nice players out there. It should be interesting. It should be fun, as I said, to watch
should be
them
fun, definitely,
go out there.
definitely.
The
Yeah,
last thing I
so
had for cricket was in Jamaica. They've been talking about upgrading Sabina Park so they can play day-night matches, and
yes,
the government had to find $75 million to do it, but they
hmm
did. So kudos to the government of Jamaica and to the cricket board led by Dr. Bennett, and it's going to get done. So it's set to proceed, and lovely cricket is back on its way to Sabina Park.
yes. I'm glad they did that because that was one of the things they said if they wanted to get the Australia game. So
Then yeah, that's the only that apparently this is the only way they could get it. They said it had to be a day night game.
yes, it has to do. Yeah. And just a final thing on cricket, actually, John Campbell, who we've been talking about getting back into the West Indies team, I just found out recently that he's an American citizen because
Yes,
yeah, he was apparently being talked to about playing for the US, and
he's
I
an
guess maybe
American. Since when? I think I've always known this kid in Jamaica.
he is, but maybe he's become a US citizen because he was in the news of that they had the draft for the MLC, and his name came up and that of undrafted person with American citizenship. So maybe he told them, "Listen, I'm not interested in playing for US. I'm playing for West Indies." So
Wow, interesting. I didn't know that. Wow,
I, di- I didn't know that until I saw the article last week. Yeah, this week
very,
actually.
very interesting. Very interesting.
Yes.
Man, oh man.
So that's it for me for cricket, and we can get into some track and field because I saw some Jamaicans doing well yesterday. Um,
Yes. So track and field, it's coming up. This weekend is a big weekend. We have the U.S. Indoor Championships, the British Indoor Championships, and of course, there's the Gibson Relays taking place in Jamaica there. Last year, the Flying Angels were based in Toronto. They went there and they won a couple races. So, Canadian content is there. And so it's going to be interesting there in Jamaica today. So lots of races going on this weekend. But over there in Arkansas, we saw a Jamaican 1-2-3 over the 400 meters. Leah Anderson, 51.27, Stacey Williams, 51.43, and Nikisha Price, 51.45, went 1-2-3. So I think I've mentioned a couple of times that Arkansas Jamaican camp is doing well, and this is evidence now that they're getting ready, Ingle, to do something special this year.
yes, the Jamaicans have been doing well. That's good.
Yes, yes, they're picking up. We also, not so much in results, quickly over to one of my favorite athletes. Let's see Bogo
hmm
from Botswana. He's been hailed as a hero, as a lot of people got stranded in their vehicles due to some heavy rain in Botswana, and
Yes,
he stopped his pickup truck and rescued them. So he's a hero on the track and off the track. So I don't know, for this young kid doing so much at his young age, awesome to see, I must say. Just
yes,
awesome.
good. That's very good, actually.
Really, really good. I mean, he could have kept driving, but he says no, he's helping his people. So he's a true superstar.
And I'm sure he's going to get more fans for that.
Oh, for sure. Worldwide and, of course, in his country where he's so big right now. We also he keep hearing about this race between Noah Lyles and Tyreek Hill from the NFL. I don't know how you feel about it, but Noah Lyles is now saying he thinks it's important to have this race to keep track relevant. I'm not sure if I agree with that. I don't know. What do you think?
Why I maybe some sort of job at the Grand Slam because they said they don't need him. So
Apparently.
yeah, so maybe he's fine. Yeah, but I don't see how that will keep track relevant. I mean, we've got so many. I don't know. Noah Lyles is the only one can explain that.
It's all in his head, I think. But anyway, it's interesting to see that he sees it that way. But I mean, a lot of media is on him, so I
Mhm.
think he should be very careful to what he's saying.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, on the track, but not really on the track. 1 week span angle from February 8th to February 14th, we saw 5 world indoor records. The men's 3,000, the men's mile, the men's 1,600, men's mile again. men's 5,000. And there was an American record in every major indoor distance race: 800, 1,500 miles, 3,000, 5,000. Talk is coming back, Ingle. Is it the shoe? Is it the super spikes? Something is going on here, Ingle. So many world records in such a short
And
period
such,
of time.
and if I'm not mistaken, there was also one in a men's half marathon.
Yes, I was just about to go to that. So that happened on Sunday, where Jacob Kiplimo, he became the first runner to go under 57 minutes, as he did 56 minutes 41 seconds at a road race in Barcelona, smashing the previous record of 57:30 by Ethiopian distance runner Yomish Kejelka, set in Valencia, Spain last year. So that's another world record.
Yeah,
What is going on, Inga? What is going on?
has to be something in the technology, the shoe development, something they must have to be doing because
I,
it's not just a training. It got to be something else.
training is part of it, but something else is adding them. I mean, they're getting help, and I think
Definitely,
it's the shoes.
I think so too. I think remember they wanted to ban the shoe in the marathons at one
Yeah, I
point,
know. Yeah,
but I think it's technology and it improves things are improved and records are made to be broken. So
broken, and it's
yeah,
exciting to see the records go.
yeah, exactly. So whatever it is, then could you imagine if Usain Bolt had some help?
That's they said he would have run 9.4.
You're right, exactly.
It's interesting to see if it would actually happen. But no, it's cool to see the records going. So far, it's mostly in the distance races. Let's see if it transfers into the sprint races. They're saying the spikes that they have now helps them and gets a little, but you know what? In the sprints, a little is a lot. So let's see if we see the records translate into the sprints as well this year.
Yeah, it's going to be just interesting
Sure.
to see that.
So going back to Botswana, Tobago, they're trying to host the World Relays in 2026. So it's a first for Africa to have an African country hosting the World Relays. So they're going there to take a look at the place and all of that. So it will be really cool to see the World Relays going into Africa in 2026. So we can keep our fingers crossed for that one, but it's really, really good to see it spreading out that way.
Yeah, that's good to see for sure. Yeah, I mean, like it gives a good chance for Africans to get to host and also to see it close up or right up front, right?
Exactly,
Yeah, so
exactly. Because they worship track and field in that part of the world as well. So yeah,
it,
it'll be really, really good to see.
today there actually there's so many sports. Just today when we went to practice, I looked over and thought it was a soccer practice, but as I got closer, I realized they were practicing football.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's a
so
change.
it
That's a
is a
change.
change. Yeah, so
Wow,
it was
interesting. So Marcel Jacobs, who won the 100 meter in the Tokyo Olympics,
Colin.
everybody said he was on drugs, but they couldn't find it. So believe it or not, they came out and said there's a team. It sounds so funny, Ingle. They're going after. There's a cyber espionage network targeting
Mhm.
Marcel Jacobs, searching for that evidence.
Oh
And the
wow.
network includes one of his teammates, Tortu. It's like, what is going on over there in Italy?
Yeah, what's going on?
Crazy,
Like,
crazy, crazy.
so I guess they're saying he didn't do it clean,
They
and
they try to find it and they can't.
they can maybe his teammate didn't get what he got, so he's not happy.
I know. But after 4 years, England, I think they should let it
It's
go.
like yeah, they need to let it go.
They
Yeah, I
need to let
think
it go.
yeah.
We'll see how that one goes. So switching back to the Grand Slam a bit, because the Grand Slam is coming up in Jamaica April 4th to 6th, and you'll be there. So the track has been an issue because after Vibes Cartel big show in December, so the
Hmm.
place was damaged apparently, the field and the track to some extent. So they patched it. It looked really horrible, and now they're gonna have to redo the whole thing. So they're gonna relay the entire track starting. So they have 1 month to do it, Ingo.
That's
The German
I think
company says they can't do it in a month. The American
that's
company says we can do it in a month. So
hmm.
I don't know. If you're a gambling man, what do you think? Is it going to be done in a month?
I think it'll be done. If they said they're gonna do it, I believe they'll put whatever they need to into it to get it done.
I think so too. I think so
Yeah,
too. Although the X factor is rain. They can't do it if rain is falling.
right. Okay.
But we don't
And
have a lot of rain in Jamaica this time of the year, so I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. that the rain stays away so they can get it done. Because it has to be ready for champs, March 25th.
Right, it's champs first. And actually, as you talk about tracks, I think it's they're redoing the track in St. Kitts,
Oh,
and
as well. Good.
they're going away from Mondo, and they use, I can't remember the other company that they're using, but
Recordton? Because Jamaica's going Recordton, I think.
it could be, but it definitely they've said they're not going to be using it. It's not going to be a Mondo
Mondo?
track. Yeah,
Interesting. We'll see how that one works out. In some other news, Kishan Thompson, who has never run indoors before this year, and he did a good run, but now he's saying he's ready to compete at the World Indoor Championship. So he's taller than I am. I think he's 6'4", 6'5". So to see a big monster guy like that going in the 60 meters is going to be interesting to see. But he said he's ready to go to China to do something special. So let's see if he can hold up when he goes there. But yeah, he's on his way. World Indoors, Kishan Thompson, ready to go.
and when is that? In a couple of months' time?
Next month. It's March 21st, I think, or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It's a little later this year, but yeah, it's March 21st, I think.
that's been interesting. I mean, he's strong. I mean, this guy is massive. I mean,
Yes, he is.
his legs and everything is strong.
He's a big guy. He's a
Yeah,
big
he's a
guy.
big guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
when I met him in Paris, it was like, whoa, this guy is big. But
yeah.
he's good. Let's see if he can handle indoors.
Look, I think he's been consistent around the 6'5", right? Somewhere around there.
Yes.
So
Give him credit. He's not afraid to take on something new.
that's good.
All right, anything else for track and field?
No, I think that's it for me, track and field.
Let's switch over quickly to football or soccer, as some people call it. And I start off with something I don't usually start off with, but I mean, you're going to be surprised to hear this one. So that's why I started off with it. So the Jamaica under-20 women's soccer team, they're off to a great start in the World Cup qualifiers. They're going to play St. Kitts today, actually, over there in Nicaragua. But they won their first game against St. Vincent 7-0. And they were led by this young lady by the name of Alicia Stevenson, who scored a hat-trick. So I'm telling you this, English. Alicia Stevenson is your friend, Rupert Stevenson's daughter.
Yes, I know. Rupert actually told me. I actually told him. I was actually joking with him and said, "You sell out."
So yes, his daughter's a star for Jamaica right now.
Yes, he called me and he told me his daughter.
Oh, he did.
She's going to school in the US, but then he said his daughter's playing for Jamaica.
Jamaica, yeah. So she scored a couple goals in December for them too, right? And they drafted her into the World Cup qualifying. If she continues like this, she's going to be making the national senior team because she's really good. And I mean, not knocking St. Kitts, they lost 8-0 to Nicaragua.
Right.
So when Jamaica plays them today, let's see how that game goes. But she may score another hat-trick today.
She may score another hat-trick, yeah.
So and she's on a nice roll.
And I'm sure if she scores a hat-trick against St. Kitts, I'm going to hear about it.
Oh, Rupert is going to give you a call.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But I'm so happy for him and Keisha. And I know Alisa fairly well, so very happy for her. She's a focused young lady, hard worker. She believes in herself, and just amazing to see how well she's doing. So I didn't know he had told you because he has been pretty quiet, not saying much about it,
Yeah, we spoke about it. Yeah, so yeah, he's quite proud of it.
Oh, very, 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 very proud. All right, so in some other news, and I don't know what your thoughts are on this. This Mexican referee, he was disciplined. He probably got a red card because he was seeking an autograph from Lionel Messi after the game. And it's against the rule for the referee to do something like that. But he said he was doing it for a disabled person who, just wanted something. So I don't know. Should they be disciplining the referee for something like this?
I don't think so. I mean, it's things have changed. I mean, and if Messi is acceptable to it, then
exactly, then just go for it. So, but
just go for it. Yeah.
The referee got a red card, I think.
That's oh wow, I never heard of a referee getting a red card. Yeah. Wow.
And another one with the referee, Jude Bellingham over there in Real Madrid, he got a 2-match suspension because he told off the referee and swore at him. And he got a 2-match suspension. So I don't know. I don't know. And they appeal and they lost the appeal. I don't know if that's a strong rule.
He said they misunderstood what he was saying or something along those lines. So
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I know. Yeah, for speaking to a referee the way he did, I guess it had to be something serious for him to get
Too bad.
upset too much. Yeah.
I don't know how serious it is if he's just swearing, but I mean, he's upset and he said something, and I don't know. Two matches.
Quite possibly in the heat. Yeah, he said something, and the umpire, I mean, the referee just didn't like it. So
Yep.
yeah.
And they have the power to do what they want to do.
Yes, they did. So
So,
that's, go ahead.
now go. Go.
I was gonna ask. We got like 4 minutes to go. I don't, maybe you have it on your list because I didn't. But to speak about Bunny Shaw after she
Yeah,
scored
she
it.
was next. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so she got this racist online abuse. It's really messed with her mental health. She had to take some time off and all of that. She came back and she not only came back, but she scored a double. But after
Yes.
she scored a double, she gave a black power salute, just like John Carlos in Mexico in 1968 Olympics. So
Yes.
more power to her. More power to her.
And she she plays in gloves, and so it
Yes.
probably looks,
It looked
a
like
lot
she plays in black gloves.
with
So when she
black
went
gloves.
out, it
So
was
yeah,
all you could see is that black glove going up. So
yeah, but,
you know
yeah,
what? She needed, I don't know, they need to leave the girl alone. But as a superstar in Manchester City, it was shocking to see them doing that to her. And she not only fought back on the pitch, she scored two
mhm,
goals, have them
yeah,
win, but she showed that she's strong and she's ready.
yeah.
She's a
That's the
powerful
truth.
young lady.
I'm proud of her for doing that and standing up. Definitely.
Standing up to them. Stand up to them. That's the best way to do it. And the last
Yeah.
question I have for you, Manchester City. You know, they've been winning and winning and winning. Have
Hmm.
they done, Ingle? Is this the end of an era for Manchester City? Because they have done nothing much this year. They've been kicked around by any and anybody.
Yeah, and I think Mbappe scored twice against them. What's that?
Three
It's
times.
3 times. Oh, is that?
Hat trick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah, they been losing a lot, and maybe it's an end of an era, time to change the team.
Yeah, I'm wondering now because they're not looking good. Not looking good at all.
No, they're not.
From a dominant force to not looking good, it's a big drop.
It is a big drop. Yeah, you always see Manchester City. They're now in fourth space, but still they're a good way behind the
They're
six
way off. Way off.
way.
Yeah. And
You
they're out
know,
of the Champions League already. So
Champions League. And, yeah, so it's not looking good for them for sure. And I think they didn't play today, but it probably Manchester United tied with Everton today.
Manchester United. I try not to talk much about them anymore. I think they have won 4 out of 18 matches. I don't know what team is that out there, man, but it's
It's not.
just horrible.
Yeah, they're down in 15. I've never seen the Manchester United down so low since I've been
They're
following.
flirting with relegation.
Yes, they are. It's not good, but I don't think they'll be relegated though. But
No, no, they won't. They won't. They won't.
they'll find a way to come back. We've got 1 minute to go, Raj, and I think there's a show coming up right after. So,
Yep.
um, thanks for listening, everyone. It's been a pleasure having you with us again this weekend. Be safe and be good, and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, another good England Rogers show. Have a good weekend, guys.